Hello everyone, welcome to the Long Range Outlook. I'm with me, Max Lopez from Central Points Weather Center, and today we're going to be looking at three things: the 6 to 14 day outlook, the forecast for August, an early look into my fall forecast. I know everyone's excited about fall and winter coming up with an El Nino possibility, El Nino Modoki possibility. That's all coming up in this long range update. So first thing we're going to look at here is a 6 to 10 day. Now, as you can see, the 6 to 10 day. There is some cold weather, or some cool weather, I should say, for summer standards coming down to the United States, especially for us in the Central Plains. So what you have here is a nice and cool regime going down to the Central United States. So you have a polar vortex that's coming down, and for summer standards, it's kind of cool, coming down here across the Central United States and creating some cool weather. So for the next 6 to 10 days, expect cooler than average temperatures, probably between 10 below to 20 below average here across the plains. So this is what's going to happen is we're probably have highs in the 80s. And I'm sorry for you guys down in Texas. Doesn't look like any heat relief is coming. Still looks pretty warm. 8 to 14 day forecast, also below average for this time of year. So, and this isn't going to be a rainy pattern, and it's going to be humid, and just because we have rain doesn't mean it's going to be below average. No, today, for this forecast, for this 8 to 14 day, is actually going to be a little bit cooler, and maybe even feel some fall-like temperatures. That's going to happen here across Central Plains in the 8 to 14 day as we head into August. That's another thing I'm going to be talking about is the August forecast. But as you can see, here's the next 3 to 10 days from the European. You can see a cold shot comes in right there, cool shot, another cool shot, and I mean, this is right now. This is some El Nino forcing that in the atmosphere. So what we have here is a positive AN, which is the angular atmospheric angular momentum. Also, we have a warming Atlantic just a little bit, cooling Atlantic a little bit. So this is what this is doing is creating a trough in the central and eastern United States, and what it does, it brings the cool temperatures down here across the central plains. Also, for the next 7 days, you can see we start to get active across the plains. We have some nice and wet weather finally coming, and again, there is really no relief for you guys down in Texas. If you look at the 7-day mean, there is no rain forecast for anywhere across the Texas Panhandle, anywhere. Texas actually will get some rain. Northeast Texas will get some rain. For you guys down in central and south central Texas, no rain relief is coming. And for us across the Central Plains, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and parts of Missouri, it looks like we will finally get some rainfall. We especially need some rainfall here in eastern, south central, eastern Kansas to kind of get the harvest going a little bit, and again get some relief for the drought we've been having the last couple of months. So it'll be very welcome to see some rainfall, especially across again south central and eastern Kansas. Okay, so what I'm showing now is we're going to go a little deeper into my August forecast. Now I'm not going to have an August outlook just yet. We're going to save that for the end of July. Probably be August 1st when I release it, but this is August from last year, okay? And what this shows is that what happened was we had very, very cold temperatures, not cold, but cool temperatures across the central United States and into the eastern United States. We also had a ridge to the west. We had a ridge to the west. I had a trough digging down into the central United States. And this is a very, very cool, this is the top 10 coolest August on record. So if you can imagine that, it's very cool. So this August, we're not going to beat that, okay? We're not going to beat the top 10 coolest August on record this August, I don't think, because there's a couple factors. So here's the last 25 runs of the CFS, and you can see there's been a mix, okay? We have cold temperatures, cool temperatures, cool temperatures, cool temperatures, cool temperatures, and you have some warm temperatures here across the CONUS. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be just kind of saying, oh, it's going to be a hard forecast. So we're going to dig into it and see what I think about August and what will probably happen. So what we're looking at right now is the Bering Sea method. So what this correlates is what happens in the Bering Sea happens in the United States 17 to 21 days later. And what this shows right now is a pretty big ridge 594 ridge in the Bering Sea, which correlate to warmth in the United States. 17 to 21 days later, you can see this run is on July 23rd or July 24th and Tuesday. So if you correlate that 3 weeks out, it's for the middle of August. So that would mean for me, warm temperatures may be a possibility across some of the Konas here as we head into August. Not the first part of August, but just a little bit more in the mid-turn of August, probably the mid. As we head to middle of August, that's where the heat may return. A major heat wave, I'm not convinced, but maybe average temperatures starting to come back, maybe some 90s. I don't see 100-degree weather. Just doesn't look that intense, but I do see some 90-degree weather with this possibility of a ridge. And after this, we get another big trough that enters into the Bering Sea. So that would tell me we're going to cool down again across the Central Plains and across the Central and Eastern Konas. That would favor cooler temperatures, especially as we head into late August, early September. And I do see it cooling down. Is it going to be as cool as last August? No, but will be cooler. I would say 80s to high 70s as we head into August, even some mid 70s for highs as we head into August, and especially in Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. And so I would expect us to have an early frost, not in August, but in September. Not across Kansas, not across Oklahoma, but more up in Nebraska and Iowa, up in that area. Potential for early frost as we head to September. A long ways out, but I still think it could happen. And then now we're looking to fall. Okay, now this is just a little factor into my fall forecast. It's going to be coming out later. It's upcoming August 31st. Is going to be coming out. One thing I look at here is what we've been looking at, and what we've been having is a low solar index here. So what happened is the solar sunspots are getting lower. We're not getting as much sunspots to the world. So to the Earth. So what you're gonna have that correlates with September and November is very low heights across much of the Konas. I mean, this is talking some cool temperatures for fall. I mean, also has a ridge to the northwest. Sorry about that. Has a ridge to the northwest, so that would create some low heights for September to November, which would support an early frost and even some early snow potential across the northern United States, even down to Kansas. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to talk that far out, but it does support a cooler fall. And you can see here's the temperatures anomalies for the fall according to the low solar minimum. And this does show some cooler temperatures. I mean, fall could be cool. I'm not saying it can't be. But there is potential that it is warmer as well. So the NOAA forecast for fall is warm. I can't deny that. There's the CPC. I mean, they could be right, but you gotta look at other factors instead of just El Nino. If we do head into El Nino, or if we do stay neutral, it's just other factors that could lead to cooler or warmer temperatures. And right now, the factors I see could lead to cooler fall, but that'll be updated later into August. Hope you guys have a great day and a cool fall on the table. It is possible. So, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.